So here's a fun fact. Did you know that Kentucky is second only to Alaska in navigable waterways? That means we have that much water. That's a lot of water.
That is a lot of water, and that's a great. What do we need to do to top Alaska? I mean, number 2 is great, but I think Kentucky's number 1 in
Something
everything.
to aspire to. Danny Sallee joins us. He's the park manager at Barren River Lake State Resort Park. And let's talk water. You've got how many acres of water there?
The lake itself is roughly around 10,000 acres, and believe it or not, there are roughly 141 miles of shoreline around the lake.
And that's just Barren River Lake.
That's just Barren River Lake.
Tell me something. What's something that our viewers might not know about Barren River Lake? I, in doing my research, learned it was man-made.
It is man-made. It came to be in about 1961. The idea came about, and it came to a completion around 1965 with the dam built to help the area with flooding and so forth, where it could hold water back. Has a 149-foot dam wall built, and that completed in 65 roughly, and been here ever since.
Growing ever since.
And if the people have never been here, one of the things I think they don't realize is just how beautiful it is. I'm a little biased, I admit, but I think it's the most beautiful lake around.
Well, in addition to, okay, so we've got all that water. You can go boating, you can go fishing. Let's talk fish. You said it's really a great year for fishermen.
We have a lot of tournaments here at Barren River Lake, and I talked to a lot of the organizers of them, and they tell me this year the fishing is some of the best they've had in many years, in size and in quantity. They're pulling out a lot of fish out of the lake this year. So if you're a fisherman and like to eat fish, this year anyway, they're telling me Barren River Lake's the place to be.
Down. And what was it, in 1991 they caught the largest striped bass here, almost 21 pounds.
Came out of our lake.
Yeah, who knew? Who knew? Let's talk about what's happening at the federal level. You know, we hear a lot about budgets being cut for state parks, for federal national parks and that kind of thing. How are you suited at Barren River Lake State?
Actually, we're in the world of the state government, we're like everyone else. We're on a tight budget. Budgets are tight with the state of Kentucky, and everybody knows that at the moment. But actually, the administration has freed up and presented $20 million to us over the next 2 years for all state parks in Kentucky. There's 49 parks, 17 of them are resorts. So it's for us to share, but that's going to allow us to do a lot of renovation and remodeling work around the parks that we realize they're in need of. And so at Barren River, just this past year, before this money will actually kick in, we've been blessed with a lot of remodeling of villas and bathrooms at our lodge, and concrete work and lighting issues have been taken care of. And we've got a lot more work coming up over the next 2 years. It's going to make the park even better.
Okay, I've never been to Barren River Lake State Resort Park. I'm kidding, but I'm pretending. So I come there for the first time. What am I going to do?
We have a little bit of everything there. We have a beautiful 18-hole golf course available for anyone and everyone to play. You don't have to be staying there. Anyone can come play. We have a 99-site campground. We offer horseback riding, beautiful state dock marina where you can rent boats and a little bit of everything if you want to be on the water. We have a large swimming pool for our guests. And just last year we were able to open our beach back up at the lake. So we have a large beach.
People don't realize that that was closed for a while.
It was closed for several years, and through a lot of work from several people, we were able to get that open back up.
Why was it closed?
The cost of sand put on the beach, and then some legal issues, I think, closed them for a few years. But we worked through and got through all of that. And the best part about the beach is it's open to everyone, and it's free of charge.
Oh, we like that. So environment-wise, you've been doing this for a while as park manager there at the Barren River Lake State Resort Park. Do you see any changes? You know, we hear so much about climate change and how it's affecting the environment. Do you see anything in your space?
We do. We have hiking trails on the park as well, and I see, just since I've been there, I've seen an increase in the use of those trails and the horseback riding. The camping has increased. Outdoor events are really on the rise, and I think that's all in the health movement push, the environment push, and so forth. And I think we do see a lot of that. And people are more health conscious, earth friendly, and they're really getting on board with that. And
plus, it's a really lovely place to look at.
It is. If you've never been there and taken one of the hiking trails, for instance, it really is quite amazing how beautiful some of the scenery is.
And there he's referring to is Barren River Lake State Resort Park. I'm Barbara Deeb. We've been talking with Danny Sallee, who's the park manager there. A special thanks to Paradise Point and the Erskines for Coffee Near Me. I'm Barbara Deeb.